Good morning, boys and girls. This is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. What do we got here? Mud. Mud. I want to talk to you today about three major expenses that we have on the farm. One of them is fixing this stuff. Today we've got a gravel truck coming out, and I'm going to say in the last 3 years we've probably spent $25,000 in rock and gravel. This is an area right here, I'll pick the camera up. This is an area right here where the timber crew is going in and out, and they're going to track mud out onto the road, and we can't have that. So back behind us, it's also like red dirt here, and it's very hard packed. So that's fine, it's great. It's doing a good job until it rains. Once it rains, we're tracking this mud out on the road, and I don't know, should the timber guys pay for this or should I pay for it out of pocket? Right now I'm paying for it out of pocket, but we're gonna work out a deal where I get some free wood chips anyway. Anyway guys, we'll talk about the three major expenses here on the farm. One is rock. Next is taxes. The government has to get its way on these taxes, and I don't know if you guys have watched any of the videos that I've done in the past, but if you have, right down here is our pond. I've asked for a guardrail to be put up by the pond, but they're not doing it. I don't understand why they won't put a guardrail up at the pond, but they won't. I've asked for it, they won't do it. A car's gonna end up in that pond and somebody's gonna get hurt. The state needs to do their job. The third biggest expense on the farm is equipment. Equipment. And the sheds that we have to buy to keep the equipment in so that the equipment lasts. Here's the mud, here's the road. You can see they're tracking it down the road. We don't need to do that. Somebody comes around this turn right here and slides out and goes back in the pond, and we don't want that. So we'll go over, we'll look at some of the equipment that we have on the farm. We've got 3 tractors. One of them's in the shop right now. So we got 2 tractors I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the buildings. I'm gonna show you all the equipment that we have on the farm. Taxes on this place are somewhere in the neighborhood of $3,200 per year, which isn't too bad for 200 acres. We're working on getting on a tax program right now for farmland and for forestry. So once we do that, that should drop our taxes on down, but that's one of the major expenses here. And also our income tax is a major expense too. So my wife and I both work a regular job, and we've got income tax. We're in a tax bracket that takes away 1/3 of my money, which I don't understand. If I'm paying $3,000 in taxes on my property, why I can't get a guardrail, and also why does the government get 1/3 of my money? Why? Project number 1 for the day, rock, done. So we're up here at the tractor shed. I'm going to talk about gear, okay? I'm going to talk about what we use on the farm day to day. This is a John Deere 5065. It's a 65 horsepower or 63 at the PTO horsepower John Deere tractor. It's a 2015 model. We bought it brand new. We also bought the John Deere Gator here brand new. I'll show you the Gator. So this is a 2015 or 2014 John Deere Gator. We bought the tractor with the loader, and I'm going to go down, I'm going to give you the lowdown on prices and stuff too. We also have a Massey Ferguson 240. I think this is like a 1985, 86. One of you guys knows all about tractors. You tell me what year this thing is, but it's in very, very good condition. I'll show you. So the 240 is our little bush hog tractor, and it's also going to be used for when we start mowing hay. We'll use it to pull the hay rake, and we may end up using it to pull the hay cutter. Got the chicken over here, got the old rooster. We use the chickens. That's part of the tools of the farm too. We use those for eggs. Anyway, back to the gear. This is a John Deere 5065E. It's a diesel tractor. I think it has a Yanmar diesel in it, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, you green paint guys, let me know. We bought it with the loader, the 240 loader. We ended up paying about $34,000 to $35,000 for this tractor, and probably in the neighborhood of $14,000 for the Gator back here. We've also got a hay baler back here, a few other pieces of equipment. We'll tell you all about every piece of equipment. I'm just going to walk you around real quick. I hate my rooster. I need someone to adopt my rooster. Okay, equipment. We got a posthole digger, got a scrape blade. I've got another scrape blade that goes behind the big tractor. Got that blade in a package deal with this tractor right here. This is a 240 tractor. Probably could look at spending somewhere under $10,000 for one of these tractors. This thing is in absolutely like new condition. I'll show you real quick. So this 240 Massey Ferguson is in almost new condition. Very, very nice tractor. Came with the Woods Bush Hog or brush cutter, and I'm really, really happy with it. It only has 800 and something hours on it. Very, very nice tractor. Good paint. Everything looks great. So Josh, what do you use to fuel up all your vehicles? Right here, we got a 100-gallon fuel tank. And this is attached to a trailer. I've yet to attach it to the trailer, but it's going to be attached to that trailer, and that way I can pull it up, fill it up with off-road diesel, and use it for as long as I need to. And this guy here, that's for spreading seed and for spreading fertilizer. John Deere baler. Well, while we're down here at the chicken coop and the chickens won't shut up, I'll give you a quick tour of the chicken coop. So I've got an 8x8 outside area for the chickens to run in, and I've also have an exterior mounted egg area, so we can go in and we can pick up our eggs. Got a couple of hens that are broody right now. Let's take a look, see if they're in there. Hey, little broody hen, what you doing? What you doing, buddy? Hens make this noise when they get broody. It's like a mama noise. This one's probably broody too. It's got a look in his eye like he wants to peck me. So, yeah, she's a little broody too. So we'll latch this guy back. Got to keep it latched so nothing gets up in there and gets our chickens. When you're making a chicken coop, you're not making something to hold the chickens. Really, you're making something to hold everything else out, predators and such. So I got some little sliders here. And in here are the chickens, okay? This is their little roost area, little area of happiness, kind of neat. Their little laying boxes. Looks like we got plenty of eggs, plenty of food, lots of chickens, and pretty soon we'll put these guys out on the garden. They're pretty chickens. I like them. That rooster right there, he hates me. Don't you hate me? He wants to fight the camera. Show you another nifty little gadget we've got right here. So I made a little string, whoop, and you pull the string, right here's a string, and raises up and down the door. Whoop. They can chicken guillotine, chappy. So if I want to keep the chickens in at night, I can do it. Kind of cool. And guys, if you're new to the channel, click that like button, click that thumbs up for me. It really helps me a whole lot. Leave me some comments, let me know what you're thinking, okay? It really helps. It helps my channel to grow. It helps you to see more Stoney Ridge Farmer. That's what it's all about. So back here behind me, I have my workshop. It's a little workshop, and we pull the tractors in, change the oil and all that stuff. It's where I do all my maintenance. It's where I keep my Gator. I'm gonna cruise up here to the midsection of the farm here. All right, we're riding up on some more equipment. This is my disc harrow, and these are old pieces from the tobacco barn. These metal things, they're basically, I think that's what they put over top of the fire in the tobacco barn to dry the tobacco. And the tobacco barn is right here. So pretty cool old vintage tobacco barn that will eventually convert into a cabin. All right, let's go a little further. This is a 3-bottom plow. I think it's a Ford 3-bottom plow. This is our manure spreader. I'm not using that a lot, and I think I'm gonna get rid of it. We've got a landscape rake here, and a bale spear, and right over here, an old junky trailer. And you need an old junky trailer to pull around the farm and haul a bunch of junk around, rocks and stuff like that. So we'll use this when we're getting ready to pick up all the rocks after the land gets cleared. This is an old tobacco trailer, and I had this made into a mobile chicken coop for a little while, but it got a little bit tipsy on me, and you can see the mess that I have right now. I need to come up here and disassemble this and reuse some of these parts and build it again. Guys, I'm taking you on this little tour of the equipment, so you know what I'm all about. I get a lot of hater comments, and I want to address those hater comments right now. Guys, I don't have a 10,000 acre farm, and I'm not mowing 1,000 acres of wheat. I'm a small-time farmer here, okay guys? I'm trying to get a start. That's what Stoney Ridge Farm is all about. That's why you're here, because you want to see stuff, you want to learn stuff. Learn from my mistakes. That's why you're here. I get a lot of comments from these so-called big farmers, okay? Your big corn farmers or Iowa farmers or chicken farmers, or I get a lot of comments from these haters. Guys, keep the negative comments to yourself. It really doesn't help the channel whatsoever. It doesn't help you, it doesn't help me. Be positive. Hey, give me words of encouragement, because that's what I need. I need words of intelligence and encouragement. I don't need words of hatred and bragging about what you have on your farm and blah, 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 blah. I think it's great what you have on your farm. It's awesome. But don't tell me you're not a true farmer, or you're not this, or you're not. I know I'm not a true farmer in the sense of, are we making tons of money on our farm? No. Is anybody farming making tons of money in this country right now? No. All right, so right here we have our scrape blade, and that's what we use to do our driveway. And we've got a little tiller. It's a line back tiller. Right here I've got a couple old sinks that I purchased. So let's walk over there and talk about them. Hey, while we're walking over here, I got some pallet forks. So guys, we've got a 3-compartment sink and a nice prep table here, and we're going to use this when we build a shed for processing wild game, for processing our own personal chickens, our own personal deer, and stuff for the farm, for homesteading. That's what this is about. These are old barnwood logs. These are the logs that came out of the barn down there, and if you haven't seen the video, I'll post a link, boop, right there, to me and the red beaver trying to tear the barn down with the gator. That was a good time. So here's another couple pieces of equipment, and this is just me, blah, blah, blah. I'm going really fast, I'm sorry. This is Manure Mountain. That's what I call Manure Mountain. It's a big old pile of poop. We're gonna use that for areas that need more nutrient in the soil. Right here, hay rake. This is our V rake. We just got it the other day, and that's the Bronco, and that's what we're gonna be working on this winter to get ready to have an awesome farm rig to zip around on the farm. When you start farming, you amass a pile of equipment, guys, and these are the essentials that I think we need on the farm. Show you a couple more pieces and then we're almost done. So this is a bush hog or brush cutter, and this is the one I did on my first video. Taught you how to sharpen the blades. This is a little trailer. There's a pile of firewood for camping and stuff like that, and we're working in the shop. And this is the grapple. I've got a grapple here. Goes on the front of the tractor. Got several attachments for the front of the tractor. It's right on over here. So another new piece of equipment is right here. This is called a hay bind. This isn't brand new equipment, okay? This is used equipment. We bought this. This is for cutting hay. Basically, the machine goes in. It has a cutter blade at the bottom. It cuts the hay. This thing spins and processes the grass. It crimps it and kinks it so that it dries evenly, and then we go back over with that big rake machine, rake it, and then we run it through the baler and we bale it, and then we sell it, and then hopefully we make some money on the farm. All right, last but not least, we got our dump trailer. This is Don the rock guy's dump trailer. I got a guy, buddy named Don. He comes up and picks up rocks. My farm has no shortage of rocks. If you look in here behind me, rocks, 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 rocks everywhere. Don comes and gets rocks. He brings me a load of mulch every time he gets rocks, and he lets me use the trailer, which is very awesome. Thank you, Don. I appreciate you. So that's kind of it, guys. I wanted to take you around the farm, show you the pieces of equipment, and talk to you about the 3 major expenses on this farm. Major expense number 1 is rock. Rock, rock, rock. Like I said, we're spending a lot of money on gravel, making roads, getting the place the way it should be. Secondary expense, equipment, equipment, equipment. That's the most expensive part, is the equipment and the sheds to hold it. We've got to buy 2 more buildings, okay? And basically we're going to buy these inexpensive steel buildings that you get and they put up in like one day. Basically we need one to handle equipment and one to handle hay. We're going to stuff hay into one, hay and feed, and we're going to put our equipment in the other one, keep it out of the elements, keep it dry, keep it lubricated, take good care of it, and it should last us forever. So awesome. We got taxes, taxes, taxes. Taxes are the next expense, and I've actually got to leave right now, go over to the county building and pay the taxes on the property. Once we get this place as a full operational farm and we can provide crop reports, and we also get the forestry service to come in here and write us a forestry plan so we can replant the areas that we want to replant, then our taxes will go woo, which is awesome. Guys, if you got a piece of property and you're using it for agriculture, be sure you go to your tax administration office and find out what you need to do to get your taxes discounted, because agricultural property is not considered like standard property, like a home or where a business might be. It's different. It's taxed differently, and it should be taxed differently. Also check with your local Forest Service and ask the county administration office about getting discounts for a forestry plan. Sometimes my county, basically you just go over there to the forestry office, they come in, they write you a forestry plan, you carry that forestry plan to your local tax administration, and they discount your taxes based on the soil type. The soil types here are very, very low in value. So it drops my taxes from $3,000 per acre down to $200 per acre. That's awesome. So guys, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Click that like button, thumbs up, whatever you can do for me. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think about the equipment, chicken coop, all that stuff. Just thought I'd take you around, show you some of the equipment that we have, talk about the 3 major expenses here on the farm, and just give you a little journey throughout the farm. So click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Tell people about me. I appreciate you. Come on back and see me here on the Stoney Ridge for some more stuff. Okay? See you later.
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.